text. I just have a blank 11 by 17, just one I just opened. I'm going to come over here and click on the type tool. I'm going to do a single click over here on this page. I'm going to type in my name. I'm going to come over here and click on the selection tool to make sure that's selected. And I'm going to type in, I'm going to do the type tool again. This time, I'm going to make a box or a rectangle. If you like, you can keep this dummy text. I've already copied a favorite quote of mine, so I just pasted that in there. And for now, I just want to talk about the difference between these two types of text. So the first one, again, we just clicked, and the second one, we made a box. So with the first one, I'm going to select it with the selection tool. And if I try to resize it, I can see the text inside resizes with the box. And that's just the way this type of text works, where you do a single click. If I do the same thing with the second one, if I rescale it, I can see that the text inside rescales to the size of the box. And if the box gets too small, I see a little like red arrow down here saying, pretty much indicating that there's more text that's inside the box, but it's just not being shown. So if I make the box a little bit larger, then that little red mark disappears. The other difference between the two is with this top text, if I hover over one of the corners and I try to rotate it, I'm going to just hold down Shift to rotate it 45 degrees. The text inside also rotates. If I do this to the one where I made the box, again, hover over one of the corners, I'm holding down Shift to make it 45 degrees. The box rotates, but the text inside stays normal and tries to fit within the box. So I'm going to hit Control Z or Edit Undo. Right. So if you want to rotate this, where you make the box first, if you want to rotate this type of a text, you have to use the Rotate tool. So now I'm just going to double click. I'm going to type in, say, for example, 45 degrees. Hit OK. And it rotates the text and the box at the same time. I'm going to hit undo a couple times. So just to show just a few quick options on text, I'm going to select this one. I'm actually going to change the size, change the actual font. I'm not a huge fan of that one. Helvetica New. And I'll do the same thing with this. There, it's a little bit better. If you want more text options, you can come up here to Window, go all the way to the bottom, go to Type, and click on Character. And it should show something like this. I'm not, maybe, I don't know if by default you might get less options. But if you just click over here and just go to Show Options, now you have all the options for type. So I can double click inside here, do like 3 or 4 clicks, and it selects everything. Again, you can change the font. You can change the size of the font, and it gives you a preview. If you do the second one, not only can you change the size of the font, you could also change the spacing in between the lines. I could also change the spacing in between the letters. So if I really want this to be spaced out, I can do something like this. I just need to remember to scale this out a little bit more, just so that I can get rid of that red marker that it was showing. So just a very quick explanation about text.